Hello and welcome into Corporate Soccer TV, Canadian Corporate Soccer League action on this July 17th, 2020, a balmy Friday evening in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We have a doubleheader on tap for this evening, and the first game will be getting underway in a few moments' time. It will feature Jazz against Keene. Canadian Corporate Soccer League, the Canadian member of the International Federation of Corporate Football, or FIFCO. And we are just about set to go from Collège Notre-Dame Stadium in Montreal. The Keene FC kicking off, and we're underway. Here we take a look at our officials on the right, as Mikaya leading the way. And already we see the ball played back by Jazz. Lots of chatter here on the sidelines. We can see a large supporters contingent for Jazz. Ball moved out to the right wing. Long ball forward appears to have gone out of bounds. Ball thrown in. Jazz gets the first foot to it. Still in on the far side, as now it's put all the way back to the center back. Looking for the long ball over the top. Could be a break on here, as here comes the forward, slightly tripped up. Play right on, says the referee. A bit of creativity, and now it will be called back, I believe, for a free kick. And yes, that's what our official is signaling. He played the advantage well, but now is bringing it back for a free kick. 27 yards from goal. Good angle to have a crack. Yeah, I'd say just about 27 yards from goal. Only a two-man wall here for the Keene FC. Might be a bit far out to have a try. Plenty of Jazz players getting ready to run in should there be a rebound or anything that is hastily cleared away by the Keene FC. And we're whistled back into play. A stutter step. He is going to go for goal, but it is a weak effort at best and is easily handled by the Keene FC goalkeeper. This one hoofed up the field well over the halfway line. That's what you call out-kicking your coverage. Although, look at this. An advantageous bounce for the Keene FC, breaking right in there. Couldn't get the shot off. It was well defended by Jazz. Ball still in play along the byline. Taking a look at the FC Jazz lineup, we have in goal Aristote Kitombo, Garcia, Mohamed, Noka, Kalonga, Monzanga, Audat, Arujo, Kapemba, Mata, and Lansine. FC Jazz will be in the blue uniforms for this evening. And now we take a look at the lineup for the Keene FC. Almeida, Antonino, Diego Antonino, the leader of the Keene FC. Paradiso, Francesco, Agulo, Willow, Potvin, Almid, Oliveros, Remy, and Chatout. Well switched by Jazz as they're off to this near side. A run being made down the left flank, and they're going to find that man. He's bursting into the box, trying to get to the byline. A left-footed cross in right on the penalty spot. They move it along. No shot off, and it's well defended by Keene FC. They were on their heels that time, as it was a nice break down this near side by FC Jazz. The Keene FC will be in their white uniforms this evening. And it was a good opportunity, but the goalkeeper wasn't challenged for the Keene FC. However, there's a corner to defend now. 3.5 minutes in. It's a good one into the danger area. Rising high, and it's a goal for FC Jazz. In the 4th minute of play, taking a look at the replay, he rose above his man, and it was a powerful header into the back of the goal. Nothing the goalkeeper could do on that occasion. And in only the 4th minute of play, it's a 1-0 lead for FC Jazz. As we mentioned off the hop, plenty of supporters present for FC Jazz, and they certainly appreciated that goal. An early lead, but Keene FC did have a good chance. This one far from over. Long ball over the top. Again, a strange bounce off this field turf surface the teams are playing on. It is obviously a very dry field, as we mentioned earlier, 27 degrees Celsius in Montreal this evening. And now it's a turnover. And actually, that play blowing dead. It was a foul, and the Keene FC player a bit slow to get up. And some disjointed play that time, as teams look to gain possession at midfield. Oh, that was a poor pass, and here comes Jazz bullying down the field. A shot! It's a goal. Did it go in? Our camera didn't quite catch it. Doesn't look like it went in. There was a reaction from the sidelines. Did that one? It must have been a save because it's a corner kick now. It was an audacious effort after the turnover, but it looks like the Keene has escaped unscathed for now. It's another corner. Remember, this is where Jazz got their first goal of the match. There's another one. It's another powerful header, this time well off the mark. But the FC Jazz supporters certainly happy with how their side have been faring thus far. There's a short goal kick. Remember, that's one of the changes to the laws of the game for this year. A goal kick doesn't have to leave the 18-yard penalty area. Part of a handful of changes made to help promote the pace of the game, and we saw the Keene use it right there. It was merely poked with the goalkeeper's toe, and they tried to bring it out from the back, and the officials, of course, well versed on the rule changes. They will let that one play. And now there's certainly a foul against the Keene FC, and you can hear the Jazz supporters below us, so you can see them on camera right now. Certainly makes for a fun atmosphere during these Canadian Corporate Soccer League games, as we're going to have a change of ball. Head referee Azmi Kaya not happy with what he saw, and we're going to bring in another one here. 7 minutes gone, a 1-0 lead for FC Jazz on a powerful header in the 4th minute of play. And there we're reminded, a 1-0 lead. Free kick exactly from the 35-yard line. He's going to try a shot, and that was very poorly handled. Doubt you're going to score from that range unless it's something special, and probably in his best interest there to just play it into the box. Good long goal kick from the Keene FC keeper, wearing the long pants this evening. A reminder, FC Jazz in their blue uniforms with white trim along the front, while the Keene FC in their white tops with black bottoms and black socks. This one played over to the back. Long ball over the top. Look out, the Keene FC has a man on here. And there's a half-hearted attempt well over the goal. There may have been something there. The Keene FC looking content to play that long ball over the top, at least in the early goings. Jazz certainly seems to have the athletic advantage, I guess you could say. A lot of pacey players out on the field, and we saw that off of the build-up to their first goal, how they switched the ball, and then it was a quick play along the left flank. Again, we're going to take a look at this ball here. And they're going to try to get a new one in. Under 10 gone here in the first half on Corporate Soccer TV. There's another look at the FC Jazz supporters packing into Collège Notre Dame Stadium. And it looks like we're ready to continue. Goal kick going short. Jazz content to build out from the back. Making their way through midfield. Ball up the field. Out of the view of our camera. We are using an automated camera this evening. It tracks movement on the field, so sometimes it may not be quite up to speed with the play, so we may miss a few things, and that's what happened on that opportunity from FC Jazz a few moments ago. We weren't quite sure if it was a nice save or something off the crossbar. Now some space to work for Jazz as they bring it forward, moving along this left flank. A couple of moves. Pinging it into the middle, over the shoulder, but look at that right back get forward. He's going to keep it in and control the ball. A smart play. There's a cross in, a long drive, and it's a great stop from the Keene FC keeper. The ball found its way to the edge of the box. It was a powerful shot and an acrobatic stop from the goalkeeper. You get the sense the man in black, that Keene FC goalkeeper, will be busy this evening. It's the third corner already for Jazz. Just over 10 minutes into this game. An outswinger from the far side, floated in. Oh, it's an acrobatic attempt off the goal post and in! An incredible goal! You could hear the reaction from the FC Jazz supporters. After that bicycle kick attempt off of the corner kick. You get the sense they've done that before. What a goal that was. But hey, 2 goals from Jazz off of set pieces, both actually from corners whipped in from the far side. Now the Keene, they have to respond somehow, as this one is given away. Here comes Jazz on the counter. This is where they're dangerous. Out to this near side. Is there another one in store already? Not with a pass placed like that, though. And you can hear the FC Jazz supporters. This one controlled now by the Keene FC. The Jazz supporters loving everything they see from their team. Every kind of move is going to yield a reaction. You get the sense that FC Jazz, they have their manager on the sideline, but it sounds like they've got a few dozen managers on this near sideline as well. Jazz, a team whose players hail predominantly from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And here they come again. Controlled on this near side. The supporters behind them all the way. This one slipped through. Some slick passing. He's got support if he wants to use it. There's a nice nutmeg. And then it's well defended by Keene FC, but they're in trouble and they're actually not going to be able to clear it. It will be a Jazz throw-in. This one flicked in. Support on the outside, they use it. They've been having their way down this left side of the pitch, have FC Jazz, through the first 13 minutes of action. It's a great game here in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. A warm night under the lights. We've really seen this league grow over the years. Myself, I actually started as the public address announcer at Molson Stadium when the league was playing their Premiership matches out of that great facility on Mount Royal here in Montreal. This another Premier League match, not at that facility. They don't play out of Molson Stadium anymore, which is home of the Montreal Alouettes Canadian football team. A 24,000 seat facility. But the Premiership always has some intriguing matchups. And these two teams certainly deserving of being in the Premiership. However, it is Jazz with a 2-goal lead, 14 minutes in. This one played through, but they're not going to break down that back line of FC Jazz. Seems as though the only way they're going to get through the Keene FC will be with a long ball. Or a turnover like that. Here they come. That ball not nearly far enough ahead, and it is defended by the right back. This one to this near side. Controlled well into the middle of the park. Knocked outside, but there's no one home for Jazz, and it will be a rare mistake for the team in blue. "45-minute halves here for this Premiership affair. And we're about a third of the way through. That's a 2-goal lead, as we said, for FC Jazz. A bullet header off of a corner kick in the 4th minute, and then an acrobatic bicycle kick off the post and in the 10th minute of play. You'd have to say 15 minutes in, Jazz are the better team. This game certainly theirs to lose, especially with a 2-goal lead. But something tells me if you restarted this one at 0-0, Jazz would still emerge victorious. Keene calm on the ball, and then the goalkeeper puts it through the middle, bouncing ball. They battle for it in the midfield. Jazz gets on the end of it, as they have so often today already. This one is a ball forward, just out of the reach of that striker, and gathered by the goalkeeper. You'll notice that the pitch they're playing on has a number of lines on the field, including most noticeably, we should say, the white lines for Canadian football. But the lines that matter for this match are the yellow lines. So we see the center halfway line there, just to the right of the screen, and the goalkeeper's box is also yellow. But occasionally you can see some confusion, especially with goalkeepers as they decide whether or not to handle the ball. I am noticing that red line, which is right where this throw is being taken from. I'm not sure what sport that would be for. Doesn't look like a rugby line. Perhaps some sort of a clearance line for lacrosse, as here comes Jazz FC again. But it is cleared away. The blue line's on the field for 7-a-side soccer, and the Canadian Corporate Soccer League does offer 7v7 soccer, especially in the winter seasons when they play out of a number of indoor facilities on the island of Montreal, including Soccerplex Catalonia in the La Salle district, or maybe in Lachine, actually, on the West Island. Those leagues always quite hotly contested, and I'll tell you what, they fill up quick, the co-ed and just the men's leagues as well. And here comes Jazz with his left foot well wide. Less said about that attempt, the better. Starting to cool down a bit now at Collège Notre Dame Stadium, as the sun obviously has set. This is the second half of a double header. The first half was between Stadium 5 and Peaky Blinders, a high-scoring affair. Goal kick not quite over the halfway line. Bouncing ball hoofed forward, and now Keene trying to get some numbers forward, but they won't be able to control the ball. Doesn't seem as though the Keene quite has the athletes to maintain a press like this, but they... And no, there it is, just some disjointedness from the Keene FC, and wow, look at this quick counter from Jazz, but it is taken away by Keene. Ball out to the far side, a beautiful switch of play. Now working their way down the right. A nice move. Another nice move. Ball to the top of the box, a long shot. Well handled by the goalkeeper, safe hands, and he boots it forward. As we said, the Keene probably in their best interest to try that long ball. They haven't been able to build from the back, and maybe a long ball and a mistake from the defenders, although the Jazz defenders have looked pretty calm and collected. Looks like a substitution happening on the far side. There's fresh legs coming out for Keene FC. You can see the lights just out to the far side, as it's a beautiful view from this facility in the daylight. Uh-oh, are they in a bit of trouble here now, Jazz? There's a bit of a press put on. If they can break it down, they might be in business. Ball to the far side. Look for a ball forward now. This one just out of the reach of our camera at the moment. And we must say, I don't know what happened on that occasion. Looks like it went over and it will be a goal kick. Thankfully, the Jazz supporters let us know that there was a chance. It is still a 2-goal lead for Jazz, who are very much in control of this match. A dominant performance, I would say. But here's a chance now, but it is well handled by the Jazz center backs. At this point for the Keene, you almost want to get a scouting report on some of those defenders, because the front few players of Keene have seemed to be able to put the defenders of Jazz under some pressure when they've had the ball, and they have proven to be quite comfortable on the ball. But you may want to think, hey, does that center back, is he not comfortable with his left foot? Is he only a righty? Oh, a bit of trickery that time. And he's bumped right off the ball. Here comes Jazz, a clean play according to the official. Jazz moving forward, another nice move on his left foot, crossed over, but it's well out of the reach of his teammates. This one flicked up, and now controlled, 30 yards from goal. 25 yards from goal, it's a shot that one looked like it took a deflection, and indeed did, and it will be another corner for Jazz. Remember, they scored 2 goals already off of corner kicks, one a header in the 4th minute, and another a bicycle in the 10th. Do they have something else special planned for us right here? Looks like we'll have an in-swinger off of this corner. A powerful delivery off the body of a Jazz player, and out. Certainly a fun atmosphere here in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. This, as we said, the Premiership division. But there are divisions for all skill levels, including co-ed, mixed divisions, 7v7 as well. There's a through ball, perfectly played. He's onside, 1-on-1, and it's a goal. A beautifully timed run. Here's another look at that finish. Just throws the goalkeeper off and slots it into the bottom corner. A calm finish. Clinical play, really, from FC Jazz. And, you know, we're only 22 minutes in. It's a 90-minute game, but you get the sense this one may be done and dusted already. I'd have to say that the FC Jazz goalkeeper, I don't think he's had to use his hands thus far. There's a nice move, but it's well defended. The Jazz defender got a foot in. Now here's another counter-attack. This one looking just as dangerous as the one prior. A nice move, put him to the turf, but it's well defended there. And out of play, a good recovery from that defender. Now the referee halting play. A quick talking to with that player. And now the ball is thrown in. A lot of talent on this Jazz team. We've seen the Premiership in the past. Some ex-professional players play. We remember a few years ago, Rita Aguram, a former member of the Montreal Impact, was playing with Sky United FC, and we had some former university players among the ranks as well. In fact, two goalkeepers I can recall, Max Leblond, who had a long career with McGill University, and another one, the goalkeeper for FC Desjardins, who played at Concordia for a while. Gwabi, I believe his last name was. So a lot of talent in this Premiership division. And in fact, maybe the most notable Canadian Corporate Soccer League player was Patrick Leduc, longtime player for Montreal Impact, and then a commentator, and now I believe working in the Impact front office. And the officials saying that FC Jazz got a bit zealous with that placement on the free kick, and they'll play it backwards anyways. Jazz, they've got a swagger to them, they've got a confidence, and why not when you're up 3-0 and you're playing like this? And the referee looking to see if there was an advantage, but... And now we're playing. Here we go. Fast play from the Keene FC. To the far side. This one moved forward but knocked away. And now it's out of bounds. A multinational officiating crew, as we always see at the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. We've got two Tunisians, including Azmi Kaya, who is the head official, as well as a Belarusian. You get to the point now for FC Jazz where, you know, it's still early. It's still only 26 minutes in, but you get the feeling this match might just be over, and there you see the score, 3-0. And now it gets to the point where maybe you want to try something fancy. Maybe you want to pull a few of the moves you've been working on the training ground out. Pull something out of your locker to impress the fans. Well headed away, a powerful clearance, just about a 20-yard headed clearance by the Jazz player. This one moved forward, headed down, but Jazz, as always, first to the ball. Moving it outside, they are offside. Yes, a good eye by that assistant referee on the far side. Long ball forward. Oof. He'll want that one back on those long arcing balls in the air. Always a good time to show off your touch in front of the fans. That one hit off of his shin guard. Oh boy, that was some confident play by the goalkeeper, and the center back less, I guess, less of a risk taker than his goalkeeper, as he was taking no chances and put it away. And now here comes the Keene FC right up the middle, but it's well handled by that center back. Knocked down. And now back to the goalkeeper again, who I believe has not had to use his hands yet today. And there's a mistake as it's out of bounds. This one up through the middle and to the far side. A good completed pass. Now trying to drive in. A great overlap there. A chance for a cross perhaps. A good ball in, knocked away. And now carrying up the field is the Keene FC. They're going south here, though, and there's a Jazz player giving chase. And it looks like he's created the turnover. Help coming through the middle. He pulls it back, top of the box. He's got a man. He's looking for him, but it is defended. Still danger, though. Jazz all over the place. Long ball. Looks like they'll just keep this one in bounds. There's always support for FC Jazz. Always one or two players who are options. Now driving forward. A nice give and go, but it's cleared away. 3-0 the score. They've scored early and they've scored often, have FC Jazz. Their first goal coming in only the 4th minute, and they've been in control since the opening whistle, really.
Chico, Marcelo, ballon. Chico, ballon.
This one hoofed forward. It was kept in, but it was turned over. Now, dispossessed. Here's another chance. A ball through. Looks like it's going to be a one-on-one opportunity. Oh, it's a selfless play across. Looking to play it back now. They can't get the shot off, and it's a forceful defensive play. FC Jazz maybe a bit too selfless that time. We were talking about a few moments ago. Here's where you maybe try a few things off the training ground, and I'm sure that FC Jazz have capitalized on a play like that before. Looks like this will be a throw-in on the far side. Ball well controlled. And now it's out of play, and yep, we'll try it again. Graham Neysmith here on the commentary on Corporate Soccer TV, the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership action this evening between FC Jazz and the Keene FC. The Canadian Corporate Soccer League, based out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, is the Canadian member of the International Federation of Corporate Football, or FIFCO. Some rare possession there for the Keene FC now around midfield. Obviously, they don't keep possession numbers here, but be interesting to see. Another ball forward. Trying to work on to his right. Knocked back and handled by the goalkeeper. 15 minutes from the half. Don't think there'd be too much added time. And I think both teams would be okay with that. I think the Keene FC would be happy just to get into the halftime break. And FC Jazz, well, they've proven their point. And here they come again. Ball into the middle, headed away. Right back there. Long drive, easily saved by the goalkeeper. This ball knocked forward. And it's going to be FC Jazz ball once more. Here they come, cutting in. And comes to nothing, and it's out of play. Keene trying to counter here, but FC Jazz has the ball back. Through the middle, finds its way to the right back, calmly back to the goalkeeper. This one a line drive up the field. The goalkeeper, when the goalkeeper's under siege, like you could say they are today, sometimes they just get tired and their kicks up the field just aren't as powerful. I remember the very first drop kick from the Keene FC goalkeeper made it pretty much to the other end of the field. Off a bounce, it was right into the Jazz box. But that last one we saw was a line drive. Jazz confident in possession, switching the play once more to this near side. Along the flank, he plays it in. Out of the reach, but look at that player running onto it. He's tripped up. Play right on, says the referee. The Keene player got the ball. This one crossed in high, arcing ball in. No one on the end of it for Jazz, trying to usher it out of play as the Keene defender. And he's given his man the slip, but then Jazz gets it right back. This one back to 35, or excuse me, the 35-yard line, we should say. And lots of possession from Jazz. Jazz has started with a bang. 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes, and another one with about 20 minutes gone, I think it was. But nothing recently. Although there has been a lot of this, just playing around with the ball, confident and comfortable in possession. That's a well-timed run. Look out, another opportunity. Low ball into the middle. It's loose at the side of the goal. Now it is out of play, and it will be another corner kick for Jazz. You can see they almost bore you with their simple passing at the back and along the halfway line, and then bam, they see an opening. And they exploit it. So now a corner. Remember, 2 corner goals for Jazz already, and they were both from this side of the field. It appears as though we have a problem with our camera right now. It's flung in into the box. A swinging attempt out to the top of the box now. Turned over by Jazz. Keene move it forward. Now the race is on. Having support coming through the middle. Support now arriving for Keene. As they try to play it in, it is taken away by Jazz. Keene players with their hands on their knees, 36 minutes in. Now the ball forward. Oh, what a play that is. A long drive. Saved by the goalkeeper. Still danger, but now it is out of play. A nice play. Attractive football from Jazz. And you'd almost say that this one could get out of hand in a hurry. This one up the field, knocked down. Nice move that time, trying to go over the top. Seems as though Jazz are winning every single 50-50. Not too many tackles won by the Keene FC. How's that for control? Moving it forward. Oh, they tried to go for the nutmeg, but this one turned over. And now that's a well-placed ball along the side, but the runner was a bit too anxious and went offside. If there's one thing Jazz could work on, it's the turnovers in possession, especially around midfield, because against another opponent, especially in the Premiership division of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League, they will be exploited. Not every game will be a walk in the park like this. You'd have to say, though, again, we're only not even 40 minutes in, but Jazz are certainly contenders for this championship crown. Ball forward, bouncing ball. Handled well. Play right on, says the referee. A one-on-one opportunity. He wasn't going to miss that. Muted celebrations this time, as he again won the 50-50, and it was much too easy from about 10 yards out, and it's now 4-0 for FC Jazz. And we kick it off once more, and at this point the Keene FC, you almost feel mercy for them. There's still another half of football left. But at that point you have to say, okay, now we're just looking for improvement. Let's go and win the second half. Is now to run down this ball. Does he keep it in? He just does. And they play it back. Where are the Keene defenders? There's a shot well wide. Keene are out of gas. And the Jazz supporters letting their boys hear it. Not happy with Marcelo on that occasion. And they won't be happy with that control either. Get another turnover by Keene, and here they come again. Trying to cross it in off the defender. A hasty clearance at best. This one to the right back. Controlling the ball. A great move. A low shot, but it is wide of the goal. Why not take your chance if you have a move like that and you can get forward? As now, we see the more powerful lights come on. And now they're off. Well, that was nice for a moment. And now they're on again. We can actually get a clear view of the other side of the pitch now. And here they come into the shadows of the trees on that far side. And in the shadows is where the Keene FC take the ball. This one played back. An option on this right side. The right back's getting forward. And now the right back retreats. As a defender myself, a wing back, it's always annoying when you make that run up the field and you're in a good position, you want the ball, and they end up not using you. On that occasion, I think the right back could have been a bit further wide to really present a good option for his midfielder who was bringing the ball forward. But, you know, for a player like FC Jazz, you try to spread, or for a team, we should say, like FC Jazz, if you try to spread the field on them, it's not going to serve you too well because they're so athletic, they can just run you down. Usually you say, you know, you try to get wide, it's harder for the defenders, and here's another chance for Jazz, but that's a great slide tackle by the center back. Well timed to perfection, and the chance is gone. Bouncing ball back to the keeper. First time boot up the field well over the halfway line. And now the Keene escort this one out of bounds. Less than 2 minutes from half. Ooh, that was a suspect throw-in, but play right on, they say. This one to the far side. Good switch of play. That's what the Keene needs if they're going to break down this defense. Moving it forward. A good run of play here. It's unfortunate that that pass wasn't completed. Looks like the Keene have it back. And then that one is out of play off the Jazz player. So we have a corner now for Keene. Their first real dangerous opportunity of the game. We're 44 minutes in. So here we go. We've got a few players in the box. Looks like it's going to be an outswinger from a left footer. And that one, oh, it was right there for that man in the middle. But he couldn't do anything with it. Now a counter for Jazz. Look at the pace on this near side. He's timed his run well. He's on the ball. He's onside. A shot and a goal. A counter attack in the blink of an eye on the stroke of halftime. Clinical stuff there. And it's a great finish with the right foot. Pleasant football to watch as we get into the interval. At halftime, it's a 5-0 lead for FC Jazz. A clinical performance thus far. We'll be right back for the second half in just a moment. And we're back now for the second half, and we're underway. Miraculously, we have actually found some names of the players on the field, so hopefully we'll be able to identify a few of them here. As this one is moved along to the far side. A 5-0 lead for FC Jazz, who will certainly compete for the title in this Premiership division. This one controlled by FC Jazz. They had by far the majority of the possession in the first half. Foul committed there, and it will be a Keene FC free kick. Can't quite tell the number of the player who's going to be taking this one. It's a nice one into the box, knocked away by Jazz. Now along the far side, put up the field. And this one played back. I believe number 21 for FC Jazz was Diaby Lassine. And he was in the thick of things in the first half. A great defender. Now the press is on from Jazz. And oh boy. It's a mistake at the back from the goalkeeper, Almeida. And it's just walked into the goal. We didn't quite get it on camera. But a crucial error is put to the back of the net by FC Jazz. So it's 6-0. We don't usually see blowouts like this in the Premiership division of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. And there's a shot right off, and it is easily handled by the Jazz goalkeeper, Kitombo. This one defended by Merlin, wearing shirt number 21 for the Keene FC. Long throw in up, knocked out of bounds by Keene. That was Diego Antonino, the captain of the Keene FC, who knocked it away. Number 14 in white. This one put back into the middle. Now along the far side. Ball whipped in The right back will get on to the end of it. That's a great move. Left-footed ball, it's a low one. The Keene are on their heels to say the least, but it looks like they'll break away. No, they won't. Another opportunity for this right back to get the ball in. Couple of moves defended by Merlin. Now stepping inside. These two combining well for FC Jazz. There's a high cross, but it's well over hit. Looks like Jazz will maintain possession. Back to the 25-yard. Moved over. Where is the Keene defense? Stepping inside far too easily. Goes to ground. Nothing coming. And it's going to be a corner kick for Jazz after that. A push on the shoulder, but they say not enough there for a penalty. As Mikaya is the head official today. And so we say again, 2 goals already off of corner kicks from a corner kick swung in from the right. Obviously the teams have switched sides, but a corner kick from this side of the field. One a great header in the 4th minute and then the bicycle kick in the 10th. This one, a low one, dealt with by Keene. There's Antonino. Back now for Diego Antonino, trying to bring the ball forward. It's a great run up this near side. Controlling the ball and playing it right back. That appears to be Bouzard Remy. And now there's a whistle. It was offside. Remy trying to combine with Oliveros that time. Nothing doing. They appear to be the 2 frontmen for the Keene FC. Cesar Oliveros and Bouzard Remy. Merlin putting this man under pressure. Plays it out to the far side. It's intercepted. And now a ball in. But yes, certainly offside that time. It was Remy running into the box. But one of the easier calls our official on the far side will make today. The FC Jazz supporters had their voices heard in the first half. Not so much here in the second half. The game is well under control, though. Ball over the top. This one out to the far side, battling for it and battling a bit too enthusiastically according to the officials. I believe that was Remy again who gives away the foul. That's a great touch, opening the body and exploding pass from this right back. Couple of moves. Maybe it was a move too many though, as he's giving it away. This one-touch ball to the outside. Merlin, left-footed ball through the middle. Easily picked off by the Jazz defenders. That appears to be number 15. We don't know his identity at the moment. But he defended well that time, certainly. Some of the coaches in the stands for FC Jazz calling for a... Well, I'm unclear if it was a switch of possession, like a switch of play out to the far side, or they want new players brought in. I have a feeling they want the ball switched, and they'll get what they wanted right now. It's a perfect ball, well received by the right back, exploding forward into the box, stops on a dime. Defender right in his face, collision there. Oh, the official waves, get up, play right on. Keene in possession again. Poking it back. Now this one moved forward, knocked away by Jazz. We see the Jazz skipper right in front of us. And this one up the field again. That right back, putting it in, well handled by the goalkeeper Almeida. "55 minutes gone in this one. There's only been one goal this half for the Keene FC, but it was an ugly one, you must say. A bad mistake by Almeida, who's made some nice stops today. Trying to go the direct route, but they are offside this time. Looks like, if my eyes don't deceive me, that was Zakare Aouidat, who was just offside. Merlin concedes the foul that time. An easy official for Azmi Kaya, or an easy decision for the official Azmi Kaya. 4-0. You don't usually see score lines like this in the Premiership division of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. Teams usually very evenly matched. Looks like we had a bit of a mismatch in this one. One of the keys for Jazz today has been the pace of their fullbacks getting forward. We've seen both the right fullback and the left fullback, who I believe were switched at halftime. In any case, whoever was playing those positions were getting forward at the right time. Really spreading the play, and the Keene FC just couldn't keep up. And here we go again, some good support being provided. Here's that right back, he's going to get the ball. What were we just saying? They love getting forward. Oh, that could have been a really nice play that time, but the right back was let down by the center midfielder with that pass. Still a half hour to go in this one. Something can always change, but I don't think we'll be seeing much altering in this one. Moving it forward again, sliding it through, trying to move forward himself. Can't quite get to that one in a good position, but that's a nice move. Looks like it stayed in bounds, but it is cleared away by the Keene FC defenders. And there we're reminded of the score, 6-0. It's gotten ugly. At Cégep Notre Dame in Montreal, Quebec. This action in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League on Corporate Soccer TV. My name is Graham Neysmith. Thank you for joining us for the ride and sticking with us. Ball in. It was a great run, perfectly timed, but ends up going out of play. Some fresh legs coming out for the Keene FC by the looks of things. Hands on the hips, hands on the knees for the Keene FC. It Could turn into a long season for them. This one up the field, but out of the reach of the Keen players. And that's what FC Jazz can do here. Just work their triangles. Oh, that wasn't a great pass. Turned over. Now moving it forward. Getting wide. That appears to be Angulo. Trying to play it back. Just kept in. And now it is out of bounds. Roberto Angulo to take the throw-in. And now that is Aoudat who is controlling it. And here comes FC Jazz. A quick ball forward. One-on-one. It's Aoudat again. Unselfish across. The man on the far side couldn't quite get onto it. Aoudat got right up the field in a hurry. Now a chance for a shot. Well blocked by Keen FC. Angulo trying to use his strength to maintain possession here. And there's just no one there for him. To this near side now. And right back. Jazz will just play around with it and wait for an opening to exploit. And is this the opening? Right into the middle and then well defended by the Keen FC. Whoa. What on earth happened there? It was quickly played in. And then found its way over the bar. A pretty bad miss, but the Keen certainly switched off that time. Wind's starting to pick up here. And we'll see another sub being made. Good battle, and the referee right over as both players ended up on the ground. Looks like the player for the Keen FC battling there was Ferris Baziga. And he's the one who gave away the foul. Now the right back to take this free kick, and he just completely faked out Oliveros that time. Oliveros, we should say. Oliveros controlling the ball. Moving it for Angulo. Trying to get it back for Oliveros. He's maintaining possession. Man on his back here. And he plays it back, but he's turned it over. And here comes Jazz. On a right-footed shot, it's blocked. Left-footed ball into the middle. Top of the box. A shooting opportunity. Won't be able to get it off this time. Now that long drive. Would have been something special, and it would have taken something special, but that one out of range of the goal. 25 minutes from time. I think we know what the result of this one will be. Jazz scored early and they scored often. They haven't been able to really break down the defense this half, however. And for Keene FC, you can always, you need to look for some kind of positives. Mark Almeida in goal has been busy. Bringing it forward again are Jazz. A nice move. Trying to drive in. Foul committed, so now this will be interesting. Looks like it's 30 yards out. 31, closer to. No, exactly on the 30-yard line, pardon me. And the referee will count out the steps here as Mikaya, one of the veterans in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. At this point, you may as well have a shot. May as well try to get something on the Corporate Soccer TV highlight reels. Does he have something special in him? Not enough there that time. There's got to be some more pace behind it if you're going to beat the goalkeeper from that far out. Just no options available for the Keene FC right now as they have been played into the ground. And that one out of play will be a Keene throw-in. The stands were packed at the beginning of the game. Predominantly FC Jazz supporters. But they have dispersed as the game has worn on. It will be fun to watch throughout the season, though. This team is... Oh, there was nearly a mistake. But it is gathered by the goalkeeper. Ball forward. Left back moving forward now. There's a low ball through. Just out of the reach of that forward. I tell you, Keene hasn't... Or excuse me, Jazz hasn't really been able to get through in this second half. Not like they've really had to. Some fancy stuff here now. But they've given the ball away. It was Oliveros who got the pivotal touch in, but then it is promptly turned over by Keene FC. Ball up the field, great touch. Pulling it back, it was just out of his reach though. And over to the defender. Substitutions being made. Some fresh legs are being brought onto the field, trying to see the numbers here. Man's going straight to the top. This one put forward by Antonino. And now there's a player down for FC Jazz. It's that right back, number 28, who has been so active. And looks like he's going to make his way off. We'll see who replaces him, but he's picked up a bit of a knock. Inside the final 20 minutes now of this Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership affair. And fair play as it's a drop ball and given back to FC Jazz by Oliveros. FC Jazz looking to build out from the back as they have so often today. They've also taken advantage of a few bad turnovers as well, we have to say. Right back getting forward here, freshly inserted into the game. Too far for him that time, but the forward will get onto it, trying to cut in. Moving to his left. Top of the box. One touch, has to be a shot, but it is blocked well. Still danger, however, but the second clearance gets the job done. Trying to penetrate through. Nothing doing that time. Ball flicked over the top, knocked out of bounds. And we'll have another corner for FC Jazz. I believe it was Almid who knocked the ball out that time. Looks like a sub is coming in right now on before the quarter gets taken. The FC Jazz supporters showing their appreciation. Now a ball into the box. That went off the head of number 22, I think that is. And now it's gathered by the goalkeeper. Almeida puts it forward, but it's right to FC Jazz. This one to the outside. Putting it right back in. A couple of moves. He was hesitant to take that shot on his left. There was a defender right in his face. And he ends up putting it wide. Now another sub being made. The players just wanting to get a quick 15-minute run out. A flick on for Oliveros to run down. Now Remy trying to press, but he tails off. moving it forward. Here comes FC Jazz. Ball to the outside. Such great ball movement from this team, but they will be whistled for offside. Ball over the top, bouncing ball, header back to the keeper perhaps. That's exactly what they'll do, and I believe that may actually be the first time the FC Jazz goalkeeper Kitombo has actually used his hands today. FC Jazz playing it through, but it's well gathered by Almeida. Almeida with a quick kick out, and discouraging stuff from the Keene FC through this first match. Then again, they can take the positive of they've held FC Jazz off the score sheet for a half an hour now, as Jazz got their first goal of the second half in the 46th minute. That made it 6-0, and nothing since then. It's spilled by Almeida this time, but a fortuitous bounce will allow him to gather it. And that ball was turned over by FC Jazz, but it was turned over because there was a foul. Here comes Jazz again, trying to snake their way through. Ball forward now, trying to work their way outside. And now dribbling into the box. Trying to slip something through, but again, it's gathered by Almeida. You know, Almeida's getting his money's worth, I guess you can say. As a goalkeeper, I'm not sure if you... that's always a good thing. He's certainly seen plenty of action, though. Hasn't been bored, hasn't been lonely. Meanwhile, we look to the other goal, Kitombo. Has quite frankly been bored. Ball moving forward. Again, down this right side. Cutting into the middle. It will roll to Almeida. Just about 12 minutes from time. Here at Collège Notre Dame Stadium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And a header back to the goalkeeper. This is shaping up to be a fun season in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Premiership Division. Lots of great action to be had all summer long. An abbreviated season, mind you, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Canadian Corporate Soccer League abiding by the restrictions put on by Soccer Quebec, and of course all levels of government. All players are checked in and sanitize their hands at halftime and as they get to the stadium. But the benefits of physical activity like this are plentiful, especially in a time like this. Now moving forward, looking for their 7th, but it will roll back to Almeida, who takes no chances and puts it out for, looks like a throw-in. This went to the outside. Low ball into the box. Knocked away by the Keene FC. Can they get one before the end of the game? Merlin gets in there to steal the ball. Puts it up for Oliveros, looking for Remy, but he can't get his foot on it. And now this one hastily moved to the side, trying to head it forward. Here comes FC Jazz again, another through ball. Again, they're through the byline. They haven't been able to break into the box too much, however. They're in it now, though. Trying to put a left footer through, and the Keene has really been making a wall in front of the goal. They're actually pretty much letting them get towards the box and into the box, but then there's just no shooting lanes for SC Jazz. And the Keene FC players are just going to stand there all day blocking shots, and they'll have to set up a wall here. As again, 30 yards out, there'll be a chance for a free kick. A reluctant wall, as you say, as players are hesitant to put their body on the line. And it was a ball into the box, but they were offside anyways. Ball up the field, looking for Merlin. He's onside. Moving it forward, but over to defend is that center back. And eagle eyes by the official as they determine that ball did go out of bounds. Trying to move his way through. Nothing doing. And here comes FC Jazz trying to put it around and bridge it himself, but the ball forward was a bit too hard. Now Mato will gather it. And now this one whistled down. Looks like a yellow card was issued. First one of the game. Now the referee wants a talking to with, it looks like, Oliveros. Not sure if he was the one who got the yellow card or not, but he's getting a talking to now. And now they'll have to reset it as the whistle hadn't blown to recommence things. 6-0 the score for FC Jazz, and that's about how the game has gone. If anything, maybe they deserved one or two more. And now a foul against Antonino of the Keene FC. A mistake from the Keene FC, and now What can FC Jazz do with this possession? To the far side, it's out of bounds. Throwing up coming. Powerful shot, blocked well, and then out of bounds for yet another corner kick for FC Jazz. This has got to be, I don't know, maybe their 8th or 9th of the day. Looking to perhaps play it short. They do. Now a ball in there. Knocked away. And that should be a foul. And yes, it will be a foul against FC Jazz. Almeida taking his time getting this one underway again. And you really can't blame him. The game really slowing down now as we're only a few minutes from time. FC Jazz will emerge victorious, and it will be a good start to their campaign here in the Premiership division of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. They're offside this time. But be sure to join us all season long on Corporate Soccer TV. Ball up over the top. Trying to shield it out of bounds, but FC Jazz will keep it in. One more perhaps before time. They move it into the middle, trying a shot. Did not get through Almeida, who somehow made the save. Now another ball right down the middle. They just keep coming at them, FC Jazz. And they've got another corner kick. And actually, the referee won't even let them take it, and that will be full time. A powerful and commanding 6-0 victory for FC Jazz over the Keene FC. Thank you very much for joining us for this game on Corporate Soccer TV. A reminder, Canadian Corporate Soccer is the Canadian member of the International Federation of Corporate Football. We'll see you next time.